Alright guys, I had my little break. I thought I was just gonna relax until Raven came on, but I decided, I might as well spend my time improving my go with you guys. So earlier we played a 3Q and a blitz game and I won, and then I played a 4Q and I lost. And that was not blitz. So well, my problem definitely is my reading. So let us get that up. Let us try and improve that. Here's a copy of the Sumego spreadsheet that Buzzsaw Terry was very kind enough to give me. It looks like there's actually 6 people here, so I'm going to put it in the chat if you guys want to join me. I believe she got this from Colossus. Apparently, if you fill out this whole sheet, if you finish every single one of these, you'll have a reading of a 1-dan. Which is cool. So let's do some stuff. So since I've started working on this, I want to say it was last Christmas, so around December, January, around there. I got up to 17, I want to say. Now, of course, I take long breaks, so then I don't do the worksheets for a long time. Like, obviously, it didn't take me a year to do, these 4,000 problems or whatever. But yeah, I take long breaks. So, I don't know. Let me see. This one eye against this no eyes probably would be good again, because that was a problem I had in my game, right? It might be difficult for me. I'm just not that strong at reading, believe it or not. So let's see how far I can go with it. If you guys want to join along, like I put this link in the chat, I'll do it again in case like other people came. You guys can click this, then number 18, one eye against no eye. I'll throw it up here again. And we're going to do some Weiqi problems. So what I see is 3 liberties. Once we bring it down to 2, white can't play either side of these, so black is alive. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, we're at the 14K questions. This should be easy for me. I shouldn't embarrass myself too bad. Clearly, this should be made into an I, because if white connects, white only has 2 liberties, and then it's black's turn, so then black can kill, right? Yep. Definitely should make an I here. So we have 2 liberties. Once we play here, white can't play R19 or we'll swallow it. So this is definitely the correct answer. Black already has an I where white can't approach. So if we make this into a false I, if we're starting to surround on the outside, white has to connect here, and then black can play down. And white can't play here, because if white does, then black kills. So we have to we have to surround white on the outside first. So this one, if white gets an I here and then black plays down, white gets the push in and then black plays down, white's still alive and then black kills. So what we have to do is break the I here. Yeah. So now once white fills in, there's a problem, right? Once we surround on the outside, we can kill white faster. So this is a throw-in Tetsuji. I mean, my first instinct is definitely to... I should have these on. And I should put some music on, you know. Something bothering me. This needs to be muted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll win this capturing race. Right? Yeah. Same here. If I play here, white can't play there, right? So then that's an easy kill. This helps me make an eye and a shortage of liberties. If black plays here, white can't play here, because then black captures the whole thing. This one, I remember, when I was a younger player, this was actually pretty difficult for me to find at first. I believe it's breaking this eye here. As long as we make it so white can't have an eye, then white can never fill in and push here, because he'll always be killed. So once we make this a false eye, oops. Now white can never push in here. Like if white tries to, right? We can't. So black needs to make an eye here. Right? And now white can't play here or black will kill it. So these questions at the beginner level is fairly easy. What it teaches you is that if you make an eye, you'll have an advantage against your opponent, which happened in my last game, right? Same here. One eye. White plays here, black plays here. What is white gonna do? White comes down. Even if he pushes in here, he's dead. So this is nice. This is pretty much the same question we had. You break the eye, and then white can never push in. I want to say black, yeah, black Ataris. White fixes, and then black Ataris again, and white's dead. Here, black should then make another eye. If white plays here, white's dead. Black should make an eye, 1. White plays down, 2. Black plays 3, and then white can't push here without getting killed. This would become Ko if it was left alone, but once black makes an eye, white can never play here. Take away this liberty, and white can't play here. White can never play here if black has an eye. These are shortage of liberty problems now. Same thing, if black plays here, white can't play here. First thought is always to make the eye, right? Because now if white plays here, we have 1, 2, 3, and if white plays here, then white's dead. There you go. These are starting to become a little harder, but it's still simple. Once black plays here, white can't play here or white's dead. Sorry, I was thinking about other things. I was blanking out for a second. If black makes an eye here, white can't push here. And if white fills, then black fills. And then if white plays here, then white's dead. Trying to plan out my day in my head. I want to buy a second monitor so I can see the chat at all times. This is kind of becoming a regular thing for me, and I love doing it. So hope that me doing problems and playing games and getting reviews from Raven 6 Don is like helping everybody. So if we make the eye and white connects, we kill. Same here, if we make the eye, white can't play here. And white can't play here. So this leads us to killing white. Yeah, if we play here, even if there's a throw-in, we'll just make an eye, and then white can't play at T19. If we play at R19, white can create a ko, but this breaks the ko. This is a shortage of liberties. Once we play here, we're not only making an eye, but white can't play here. Same thing as like the other problem. If we play here, it could be ko. If we play here, there's no ko. Even with the throw-in, white can't play here. Look at this picture. Hey guys, if you want to join in, you know, I put the, I don't know if you can see the chat before you enter, but if you want to join in, I'm doing number 18 on the spreadsheet. It's 100 and something Weiqi problems. This one in particular is I versus no I. A lot of the answers, especially the beginning ones, it gets harder each problem I do, but the beginner ones, usually you just have to make an I, and it's clear there's a shortage of liberties. If white plays here, black kills. Right, this should go down to about 3Q to 1 Don, so that's my goal, to kind of reach it before Raven shows up. Raven's going to review some games, I think, after. So if we make an eye, once again, it creates a shortage of liberties for white, and we are able to capture. The last game I played, if you missed it or if you saw it, there was an I versus no I contest, and it just kind of ruined my day because I lost the fight. So that's why I decided to do this problem set, right? And so on this sheet here, that the link I sent you, it's number 18, one I versus no I. If we take the outside liberty and white takes, this becomes Seki, right? Because then nobody can play here. If we just play the I, white takes, and then white gets the kill, so that doesn't work. So my thinking is we make this a false I. If we play here, white plays here, then we take it back. Now white can't play either move. Yep. Wasn't complicated, but a lot of thinking involved with it. So to me, if we make an I here, right? If white plays here, then it becomes a snapback. So I think we have to play to make an I, because then white can't play on either side. Yep. And if white came down here, then we just hit N19, and then white can't self-retire itself. This more likes breaking the eye than making the eye, but I gotta, of course, do my reading. If we were just to make an eye and white makes an eye, I think it becomes Seki. Yeah. So if we break the eye and white comes down, and then we connect, then white can't play here. If white breaks between us, then we can Atari, and then when white takes, white can't play anything else, right? White can't play the side or white will get killed, I think. So let's test that for ourselves. We'll have to do it in the try section now. But if we break the eye, we play this. Yeah, white can never play here, which means that eventually we'll win the co-fight out here. We can wait till the end of the game. As long as this black group lives, then we can wait till the end of the game and, you know, it's over. That one wasn't as clear cut, which is nice. So black's in Atari, so to me, black has only one move, right? Or he's dead. And then if white Ataris, then we make an eye, and white can't play here. So we're good. Yep, white can't play here. If you guys have any comments, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat every few, you know, problems. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Let's see. So I think we've done this problem before. Essentially, if we make an eye and white pushes, then we take away, white comes down, we take away, white pushes in, and then we kill. Yep. This one, create the Shortage of Liberties here. White only has 2 moves. And white can never play here. White can Atari, but white can never play here. So black only has 1 liberty, which gives us our first answer, right? Which is to take this. So after we take this, what happens next? White can take back, and then we have to take the liberties on the outside. If white fails, then I play here. White can't play here because there's a shortage of liberties. If we play this way, obviously we're dead. So we need to take out the liberties here. See? And now white can't play here. So we should make the eye probably. Because if white plays here, then he's dead. So that's it. That's a simple answer. We made it to 9Q. I'm feeling strong. We've done this problem before. If we make the eye, white can't play here. Let's do some reading. White can make an eye here. That's what we needed to break away. So if I played on the outside and white made an eye, it would be eye versus eye, which could then lead to Seki if I take out all the outside liberties. But if we break the eye, white can't play here, and then we can take out the last liberty, and so now white can't play either of these moves without dying. It's 3 liberties. If black makes an eye, white can't play here because we'll capture. If white plays here, then we play at Q19, and then white can't play T19, so we're safe. Yep. Shortage of liberties. Guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can see the previous chat once you join in, but right now what we're doing is just Weiqi problems until Raven comes to review. We're using the sheet that Terry gave to me, which I think she got from Colossus. I'm doing 1 eye against no eye. It's 234 problems. I doubt I'll finish all of them. But it starts out real easy at like 15Q, and then it goes down to maybe 3Q to 1 Don questions. So I'm working my way down. For the most part, it's been fairly easy. Essentially, when I'm looking at this could become like a throw-in snapback. But if we play here to make an eye, then white can never play here, and so that's definitely the correct answer. Once again, I mean, the whole purpose is to make eyes, right, while attacking. So if we play here, it creates an eye shape, and then white can't play either of these moves. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 kills. Yep. This would make a ko. We don't like ko. This will not make a ko, and even if white fills in, it's 2 liberties versus 2 liberties and black's turn, so we'll win the fight in this. Yep, because white now can never play here, but black can definitely Atari here. This would lead to ko. This would... Even when white throws in and we make an eye, white can never play this move. So this is the best move. Let's see. This could lead to a throw-in, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then white clamps down, and white has 2 liberties. So if black fills in 1, then black dies. So in this case, we should play this move to make an eye. And when white comes down, we can create a shortage of liberties. One, two, three. 3 liberties for white. If black plays this, and then white plays here, and then black plays here, and white attaches, and then black plays here, white only has 1 liberty, right? And so then when black or white plays here, then black captures it all. So I think we have to make this eye first. Yep. This one was actually a little harder to see, but the answer is still the same, right? Like if white tries to threaten this way and threaten this way, and now white only has 1 liberty, right? So that's how we had to find that. All right, let's see. So black's in a lot of danger here. If we make an eye, and then white fills, and then black plays here, now white can't play there. This one's fairly simple. Yep, white can't play here now, shortage of liberties. First instinct is to make an eye here. White can't play here because then it would just die. And if white fills in, then we take a liberty away, and then white can't play here. Yep. So it goes like this. Right? In this case, we have 2 liberties, and white has 3, so we have to create the eye. And white can't play here. If white connects, and then we clamp down, white won't be able to have enough liberties to play T19. Let's see. Black makes an eye. White can't play here. That's it. That's as simple as it can be. This is where you always have to do a little reading to question if there's a ko or if there's a throw-in. Like if we play here and then white throws in, and we take the stone, then we get snapbacked. So we don't want to create a throw-in. So instead we play this, because white can't play here, right? If white connects, white still can't play here. Okay, let's see. This one's a little more trickier. If we played something like the vital point, white just Ataris and kills us, right? So what we need to find a way is to save these 2 stones. And I believe this is the move. If white plays here now, we can connect. And then if white plays here, we kill. If white throws in, then we take here. And then if white plays here, we kill. So this is the correct move. I think that was hard at some point in my Go career. I remember like having trouble with those problems. I think those like on the ground connections, on the first line connections. This is looking a lot like a snapback problem, but let's just see. What if I just played here, white plays, then I take, white plays down, then I play here, white pushes in, I play here, and then I'm dead. So if we prevent this throw-in, then white has to play here, and then connect, and then push, and then play. So that's 4 moves for him, but only 3 moves for us. Right. Gotta prevent those throw-ins. This one's easy. You play here, white can't play there. It's 10:30, and let me just message Raven, see how far along he's coming. He did say around 10:30, so it could be much later. Alright. I'm just letting him know I played 2 games, but one of them was bad for me. It's good for Frank, LA. I mean, he did a great job. Alright, let's see. This one definitely has a lot more variables in place, right? That we have to use our brains. I think once I play here, though, white can't play here, right? So white's gonna have to fill in, and then I take a liberty. And if white pushes, then I take another liberty. And if white Ataris, then I kill. So this is the answer. This would lead to Ko. So that probably isn't the answer. Playing down and then white Ataris and we make an eye. White can never play here. If white fills in, white still can't play here. So this is the way to go. Let's see. So I can make an eye here. And then white can't connect, right? White can't touch me. Yeah, we've done this one before, actually. So we're on problem 58. We're moving along. There's, what, 200 more to go? Or less than 200 now, but I think Raven will show up before I reach the end. But who knows? We'll see. Even if I get to the end, then I start moving real slow. Once we start hitting 5 to 3K, I have to take more time for sure. First thing I think about is to make an eye, right? And so now white has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. And black has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, right? White's going to have to connect here to do that. So I should win this race, especially if white fills in its own liberties. Yep, and that's how it should go. White should start with T17, but even then I think black's ahead by 1 liberty. Once again, we should make some eyes. We know now about the throw-in technique, right? If I play here and white throws in and I take, then I'm dead. So we just want to prevent that throw-in. White only has 2 liberties, so white can't push here or white is dead. Once again, the throw-in technique is here, so we want to break in that throw-in by using an eye. And now white can't play on either side. This would be a ko situation, so if I play here, white can make a ko. So if we break that ko, then there's nothing white can do, right? Even if white fills in here, white can't play T19. Shortage of liberties. Black, 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 black. This looks like black should throw in. Is there a way to make this a false eye? It looks like this throw in, because if I throw in here and white takes, then we can Atari here, and this is a false eye. But it isn't ko, right? Because if white fills in here, then white just loses it all. So this is the move, I believe. Yep. Just to show it, I think this is wrong, because now black can't play here, and so now it's seki, right? Because neither player can play here. So it wasn't so cut and dry. Black makes an eye, white can't play here, white attaches here, then we can play P19, and white can't play T19. Yep. Simple, simple. We get that one down packed. Can't touch me. Hey, gosh, Frenchie. Guys, once again, if you want to join me, I know I keep throwing this in chat, but you feel free to click that. It'll give you this awesome sheet that Terry gave me, which I think she got from Colossus. And it has tons of Go problems. They say if you finish this whole sheet, you'll have the reading of a 1-dan. So right now we're doing number 18, 1 eye versus no eye. It is a little past 10:30. Raven should be coming at some point, and he will look at my awful game I played today. Let us continue for now, though. Later on, I'm going to go shopping, I think. I'm going to see if I can buy a second monitor, so I can always have the chat right there. Back when I lived in America, I had 2 monitors, and it was great when I was doing my artwork, right? I was working on a pixel art game, and I miss having 2 monitors, but I didn't think I really needed it, right? Like, I don't need, I'm not that posh or high class, right? I don't need 2 monitors, but now, since I've been streaming, you guys are always chatting or trying to chat with me, and I don't see it, right? Because I have this big window in front of me. So now I feel like I need a second monitor, whether I can afford it or not. If I buy it cash, which, I'm just not gonna. It's gonna cost me less, but I'm gonna buy it on credit. I'll consider it an investment. So I'm pretty sure if we just make an eye here, right now white only has 2 liberties, so very easy to handle. And guys, if you are doing the problems and you're thinking, wow, this is really easy, just know they get harder and harder as you go. So by question 200, they should be pretty close to 1-dan in, difficulty. That's one of the reasons I love this Weiqi101, because it just gets harder. So it allows you to get your confidence up with simple questions, and then it just keeps going and going. And then you eventually, for me, I'll get stuck around 3Q to 1-dan. and I have to start looking at the answers. So if we make an I, then white plays, black plays, white plays, black kills, right? Yep. And if you guys are using Firefox, I don't think it translates it for you for automatically. I could be wrong, but I'm using Google, so I use Google Chrome, and that translates it for me, which is awesome. It's this little button right here, because all this is usually in Chinese if you just go into Weiqi101. But Google has made it great. This one, we've done a question similar to this. Essentially, if we connect on the bottom, even if he throws in, he doesn't have the liberties to follow up. So white can't play here because now that happens. Perfect. We just did a problem like this. It's kind of showing us that if we have an I and white doesn't, then this is worth 4 liberties, right? Like, black only has 3 liberties, but it's worth 4, because white has 4 and we can beat him. Because white has to lose its inside liberties, which makes it die faster. I was thinking maybe I can Atari here, but no, I can't, because then I'll die. If we just make an I, white can never play Q19 without dying. So we just have to make an I believe. Even with all these throw-ins, we end up with 1 I, and then white can never play here, but black can fill in these 2, and then, yeah, wins. Let's see. This one actually looks kind of difficult. I bet we have to play on the vital point, so let's read it out. So with 3 stones, the shape point, or the vital point, is T18. So if we play here, white plays S17, we play here, we've made an I. And if white plays here, then we just clamp down, and we're faster than him. If white plays S18, then we Atari with S17. Let me just make sure. If white Ataris us, then we make 2 I's. If white comes down, we make an I, and then he throws in, and we make an I, and then he pushes, and I think we're dead, actually. So then the question, then we Atari on the other side then, so at S19, because now when white fixes, then we can clamp down, and white can't play here. Really? They're not going to show it all? Because you can make a mistake. Like, if we play this way, I think it's a mistake. Oh, maybe not. I guess not. Let me just see. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good either way. But I think this would have been fine too. Right? See, because now white can't play here. That's what I read. And if black gets 2 I's if it's like this. So either way, we win. Here's the vital point. Let's see. Just kind of want to make an I and set up a snapback. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We set up the snapback. When he connects, then we play here. Raven can actually review a game that I want him to review as well. I just remembered this morning I woke up and I won by time against one of my best buddies, Neil. So this would be a fun game to review. It's a 1Q versus 1Q. This was a correspondence game. Okay, Raven said he'll be on in just a moment. That's good. So let me get all 3 games up, so that way he can review whichever ones he finds interesting, I guess. Oh, this game was so painful for me. I don't want to look at it. Alright, let's go back to the problems while we wait. I guess I'll end this stream and then write, like, Raven reviews, and that way it'll have the right name. And it's not a part of this one, which is just Weiqi problems. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate your patience. We'll get some reviews from a 6th Dan soon. For now, I'm just trying to strengthen myself. So if we make an eye and white breaks the second eye, then we can play here. White has to connect. We can play here. White pushes in, and then we kill. This gives us enough speed to kill white here. White can't play here without taking this, so we have an extra liberty. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That wouldn't work. This one I gotta think. Hey, honey, no problem. No problem. I do have to think on this one. Maybe you guys find this one easy. It is a 9Q problem, but I gotta take some time on it. And obviously we can't play here. I don't think it's good to play here. It might be okay to play here. In fact, I think this might be the answer. So if white takes, then we get to take this stone, and white still can't play here. Yeah, so it creates a shortage of liberties. Did you guys find that easy? I wonder. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But I think this is correct. I don't see any way that white can find the time. Yep, white can't find the time to kill these 3 stones. Okay. So once again, we'll look at the vital point for black. If white pushes, if black's fine. If black, if white plays in between, black comes down. What is white gonna do? White pushes down, black takes. White pushes here, and then black kills it, right? So play on the vital point, we're fine. We can't prevent this Atari. So I think once again we might be looking at this as the answer. Let me just check. The idea is if we play here and then white swallows, and then we Atari and white takes, then we make P19 a false eye. And so now white will never be able to play here, right? Because if he does, then we'll be able to take this false eye. So let's see it in action. Yep. So now let's say if white took this or played here, now white's just dead, right? So that's cool. Guys, for everybody who's jumping in and doesn't know, Raven 6th Dan should be here very soon. He's going to review some of my games. Right now we're just going through some Weiqi problems to kill the time. Okay, so let's get back on track. So let's say if we just make an eye, right? And then what's white going to do? If white connects, white has 2 liberties. And then even if white plays M19, if white fills in here, then white's dead. So I think if we just make an eye... Uh-oh. Here comes Ko. It's my first problem wrong. Let's see. Yeah, this would be Ko. And that's just that. We don't like Ko. So maybe Q18 is the correct answer. Let's see. If white connects, we kill. If white connects, we kill. And there's no Ko. So I think Q18 is better. That's interesting. I missed this ko here. Sometimes I can be blind to those kos. Alright, let me get back on track. S19 makes an I, and white can't play T19. So we are fine. As long as we prevent white from making any I's, we'll be fine. So prevent the I, and there we go. One I versus no I. White can't play here without getting killed. If we play here, this could become ko. If we play here, there's no ko, and white can't play T19. There we go. Down to the 8Q problems. Almost hitting 100. This one, if we play, then there's a throw-in and it dies, right? But if we prevent the throw-in, white can never play here. If we make an I, white plays here, black plays here, white plays down, black kills. So if we make an I, we gain more liberties. If we play here, and white sticks its finger in this crevice, then we can play here, 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 and then we'll win the fight. And if white plays on this side, we just take the other side, and white can never play here, so we just take it all. Let's see. We already have an I. So I think this is just more about preventing white's I here, yeah. If I play here and white gets an I, then I think we're going to have like a Seki situation, right? If I play here, then neither player can play this move. So instead, what we can do is break this I, and now, no matter what, white can't fill in this spot, right? Because then we'll just take, and then it'll be a snapback. This one looks like, because we only have 2 liberties, so no matter what we try and do, we'll die. It looks like this is the jump. And even if they throw in, we're fine. Yep, because now there's a shortage of liberties here. My first thought is to play S19 to try and make an I. If white breaks the other I, then we can connect here, and then white can't play this. Yeah, white can't play here. I remember that being tricky shape for me. I guess now I have it down, but I remember it being tricky. I've been playing Go for a long time, but I still remember like when I was 8Q, right? I still have a lot of those thoughts. If we make an I, white can't play here. So we just win. This one's simple. This is just what we played. White only has 1 liberty on the outside, so even if he creates a throw-in Tetsuji, it doesn't work for him. Yep. Black already has an I. So what do we need to do here? If we allow white to play S19 and black plays R19, then we die. So we want to prevent that. This will make it so that white has to connect before he can approach. And even then, I don't think he can play here. He doesn't have enough liberties. So let's test that theory. Yep, that's right. So ideally, if we just start taking away liberties on the outside, white can never play here. That's what it came down to. So if we make an eye, there's 4 liberties. We know that this covers actually 4 liberties once we make an eye here. Because if white starts filling in its own liberties, we're just going to kill it. I see lots of co's, all sorts of weird stuff. This one, you know, we won't probably just want to make an eye, but this has a lot of variables to think about, which is fun. So let's try that out. If we make an eye and let's say white plays takes, well, now we can take a liberty. And white can't play here. White would have to fill, and then we can take another liberty, and once he fills, then we can kill. Yep. This one definitely looks complicated. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. So I would have to come back. Oops. I'd have to come back and make the eye. See, this is why Weiqi101 shouldn't just say this is right? It should play through it, because there's still mistakes people can make. Let's see. So if we make this eye, and white takes, white can't play here without connecting, so white would connect, and then we would play here. And if white pushes in, white has 2 liberties. I think that would work for white. Am I wrong? I guess I can do some more reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, I'd get the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that's right. We know once we make an eye, this gives us 4 liberties, pretty much. We have 3, but we just gain more because white is slower, right? White has to give up liberties in order to try and kill. This is the best move, I think. This would lead to a snapback type thing. Or, sorry, throw-in Tetsuji, not snapback. So we break the throw-in. This is similar, right? If we play here and white plays inside, then it's a ko. So if we just break this throw-in, then white would have to connect, and then we can play here, and then white won't be able to play S19. To me, this looks like breaking the eye here, because if white Atari is on the outside, we get an eye, and white will never be able to play here if we break this eye. So watch, we make this a false eye, and now white can never play T19. This is the same thing. So essentially, if we make this a false eye, then white will never be able to play T19. And if white can't play T19, then he can't kill black. Same. Well, this is a previous one, but yeah, you break the throw-in. This one was obvious. Another previous one. If he throws in and we play here and then he plays here, he's dead. So it's a shortage of liberties. Yeah, I mean, this is preventing the throw-in again. Sorry, sometimes my mind is wandering off. Like, I guess it's really hard for me to pay attention for... How long have we been doing this? 50 minutes. So I guess after an hour, my brain starts to float away. Maybe that's why I'm so bad at the end game, because after an hour game, I'm like, mentally strained. This is, yeah, make an eye. Don't tell me I got this wrong. This is a ko? Okay. It is a ko, but apparently it's the only option black has. Every time there's been a ko, it's been the wrong answer, so that got me a little nervous. But we can't play this way, right? Because then white will just snap back us, right? Yeah. So that's why we had to play this way, but that is terrifying that it's a ko. To me, I would just make an eye first, because then white can't play T19 because of this move. White plays T19, white can't play R8-17. It's amazing to me that like black only has 2 liberties and white has 3, but black can win this, right? That's so fancy. But once we make an eye, white can't play T19, so that's kind of the answer. This is the first time white played this, but what we do is create a false eye situation. We make an eye, we break an eye. That's how we can get this done. Guys, I know it's late for you, so I appreciate the viewers, especially like this type of content. I feel like it'll put people to sleep. Puts me to sleep when when I can't sleep at night. I literally open up Go problems to make myself tired. So what I see is that white can never play T19 once we play this move. Yep, shortage of liberties. We hit 100 questions and I only got 1 wrong. That's pretty good. So we should make an eye, I assume. Let me just see. We know that once we make an eye, we usually get 4 liberties out of it. So we can see that white has 4 liberties here. So let's just test it though, because there's a lot of variables. It's like different, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 9 move read, but that is correct. And since Weiqi101 doesn't want to show it, I'll show it. We see that if white is trying to capture black, white's going to have to fill in liberties, right? So here's the first one. Or we can go back and take this, that's fine. But now we can see that once white fills in, number 9 takes it. This is a kind of like a make or break, right? If I make an eye and then white makes an eye, then black can't play here, so it becomes like a seki, right? So instead, I'll break this eye, and even then I get to make one. And as you can see, white can't play here now, so that works. Sorry, my brain's wandering off again. Let me get back into the groove. If we play down and white plays here and we Atari, then white gets to Atari, and then if we take, it's a snapback. If we take these stones, then white gets these. So we don't want to allow ourselves to get thrown in, right? The thrown in Tetsuji. So we can play this one, and it works even better, right? Because now white can't play here. If we play this, then white has to fill, right? And then we can play this cut, or we might not even have to, just because it's, yeah, we can. So we'll play this cut, white answers, then we play 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and we'll win the capture and race. So I think we start with just, oh, well, we're in Atari, so we have to take this one too. That's something I missed. Yep, and so if white plays here, we kill. So if I play here, and white plays here, and then I take, kind of looks like it could be a ko, but I don't think so. If I play here, and white Ataris, and then I play here, white can't play here. White can play here, and then it becomes Seki. So I don't think this is the answer. I'm pretty sure this is the answer, because white can't play here. Yeah, there's not even a ko, so this is correct. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. So one thing that's fun is this one, right? Because now whoever plays is going to lose, so it's a Seki dual life. Whereas this one, we see that even if white tries to set up a ko, it just doesn't work. Nothing works. So this is what we do, guys, to become good Go players. We spend hours doing problems. As you can see on stream, I've already done an hour. They've been fairly simple questions. And of course, the longer I go, the harder they become. But it takes a lot of effort to become a good Go player, I think. Especially when you get to, like, the 1-down range, right? It takes a long time. I assume. I mean, I'm not 1-down yet, so feel like I'm already there. Alright, Raven messaged me, so I think we can get this started. I'm gonna shut off the music. What do we got? Dog's walking, I'm officially in the chair. Alright. Awesome. So guys, real quick, I'm gonna end this stream and then restart it up with a new game. So thanks for spending the hour with me, watching me do problems and struggle. I'll talk to you guys soon.